friends, welcome back to Live with Roxy on this Wednesday, December 15th. It is the day after episode 5 of Hawkeye aired. It's also the day after the penultimate episode of The Bachelorette. I know how much you guys care about that. We're going to fucking talk about it anyway, because live at the what? Roxy. Can she get there? Roxy. Yeah. Plus, I saw some stuff going down on the Twitter about Ben Affleck, my boy. Obviously, Boston strong. I love Ben Affleck, and people are misconstruing what he's saying yet again. And I will talk about him and that quote about drinking that he gave. And I'm annoyed with the internet. What's new, though? Guys, also, just so you know, I'm super festive. Bitch, better have my cookies. This is because tonight on the World Girls Wednesday, we are giving gingerbread cookies a whirl. Gingerbread houses. We're building gingerbread houses. I've never done that before because it's a Christian thing or a Christmas thing, which is a Christian thing. People who say it's not, I don't understand. And so I am gonna try that. And so I put my bitch better have my cookie shirt on. Can you believe I'm wearing a shirt with Santa on it? The little Jew in me is melting. I'm melting. We are going to talk about Hawkeye. Of course, we're going to spend the majority of the episode talking about Hawkeye season 1, episode 5, as it was a huge episode, my favorite of the show so far. I would say it was even more than cute. It was more than cute. It was cute still, but more than cute. I'm going to talk about that, but not until the end of this episode because we're going to do a full spoiler review. So let me get a few other things that I wanted to talk about out of the way. If you spoil it in the chat, you can officially go fuck yourself. Don't spoil things for people. We will be doing a spoiler review later on. So if you want to get in your Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, do that now. And if you don't want to do that, then just stay zip until we get to that part. We are not spoiling things for people. We're not those spoiling bitches. By the way, at the screening for Spider-Man that I went to, which I did that live review of, and I'll do a spoiler review after you guys see it, but they took it was the first time in a long time for a press screening, they took our phones into a bag. They metal detected us walking through. They did everything to make sure that shit wasn't leaked. And still, people who left tweeted shit about it that was leaks. It's fucking weird. Why are people so obsessed with spoiling things for other people? What a weird fucking world we live in. What a weird fucking world. It's just fucking strange. A couple of you guys, only 2 of you, are saying you have a lag. Let me know if you do. I can switch over to my Ethernet. It's downstairs, so it'll be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but I can do it. But it seems to only be 2 of you, so let me know if that's happening for you guys, and then I won't be a lazy piece of shit. I'll go downstairs and I'll grab it because I have legs and they work, and they fucking work. Oh, Real Rejects in the house. What up? It's like every time you guys join, my heart pounds. My poor little heart beating so fast. I saw that you guys were at the Spidey premiere doing all those interviews and shit. That's awesome. Okay, what do you got going on right now, Greg? Dude, no joke. I was at the premiere and they took no phones. No way. 4 rows in front of us. Someone was live tweeting the whole time. Bunch of bullshit. Really? So that's interesting. At this point, they trust the press less than they trust the people going to the premiere, which is typically people who worked on the movie or celebrities or are just really fucking famous, like the Real Rejects. I don't know. They took all our phones. They put them in bags. They started like dead ass on time. I was almost late because I was trying to get my cinnamon ice. What is that shit that I get at the movie theater? It's like pretzels with cinnamon and icing. Cinnamon pretzel icings. Okay, there's got to be a name for that. I can't think of what the name is, but there's definitely a name for it. And I was grabbing them, and then usually they start like 15, 20 minutes late, and they were starting. I was like, fuck. So I left them and ran in. And then when there was the title sequence, I ran out to grab them. So yeah, but they really didn't want us doing anything. And yet people still came home and spoiled the fuck out of it. It's not nice. So anyway, that's my spiel on spoilers. Glenn Caesar says cinnamon pretzels with icing. Yeah, but they're like those little bites. They're the little cinnamon sugar pretzel bites, says Ethan. Yeah, but better than that is the icing. The icing's the best part. That's what I used to be a candy only girl. I used to every time I would go, I'd either get Sour Patch, Skittles, Starbursts, or they have these cookie dough balls that I really like. But Steph turned me on to these cinnamon pretzel bite icing things, and now I'm fucking obsessed. They're so good, and I eat every single one of them. I it's yeah, it's really good for me, I'm sure. It's really fucking good for me. All right, let's talk. Let's talk. A couple things before we get into what I want to talk about, which of course is Hawkeye, which I'm sure you guys want to talk about too. But I saw stuff going on Twitter with Ben Affleck that really peeved me, pissed me the fuck off. Send in your Streamlabs, I'll read them in a little bit. But Ben Affleck was in an interview talking about his progress and his sobriety. And this interview is majorly misconstrued because somehow people interpret this as him shitting on Jennifer Gardner, which is so not what he was doing. So in the interview, which was done with Howard Stern show. I read it on Page 6, but it was on the Howard Stern show. He said he felt trapped in his marriage, which a lot of people do. That's not a knock on Jennifer Gardner. That is where he was at in his life. And he said, we probably would have ended up at each other's throats. I probably still would have been drinking. Then he said, part of why I was started drinking was because I was trapped. I was like, I can't leave because of my kids, but I'm not happy. What do I do? And what I did was I drank a bottle of scotch and fell asleep on the couch which turned out not to be the solution. And somehow the internet has been like, Ben Affleck, you never deserved Jennifer Gardner. Fuck you, Ben Affleck. How could you say that? Jennifer Gardner's not the reason you drank. Now, could Ben Affleck have phrased this a little bit better? It's very possible. It's very possible. Does Ben Affleck have a little bit of foot and mouth? And is he seemingly very happy with J-Lo right now? So he's saying a lot of things. Yes. But nowhere in here was he saying that Jennifer Gardner was keeping him hostage. Jennifer Gardner was the reason he was drinking. He was describing a life in which he was unhappy. A lot of us are unhappy for a lot of good reasons. A lot of us are happy for a lot of strange reasons that other people don't understand. A lot of us are just unhappy. And when we are unhappy, people sometimes turn to substances. I've definitely been there in the past. I know many of you guys have. And it continues to be a struggle. It's a struggle, especially during a quarantine, during a pandemic, as I call it, the panini. And this is something that is an escape for people. And it's an unhealthy escape, but it's an escape. And so while he is talking about why he was drinking, really why he was drinking, as we know with anybody who suffers with alcoholism, is because something's up inside. Something is up inside. That has nothing to do with Jennifer Gardner. That doesn't have anything to do with his kids. It's a feeling of feeling trapped, and that's not because they are trapping him. It's a feeling he was feeling. And he was trying to discuss, I think what he was trying to do was explain that sometimes, even when you feel stuck, you are not stuck. And if the reason you're staying is causing you to be a piece of shit, like what he was doing, which was drinking a bottle, passing out on the couch, and not being a good husband or father, then sometimes the only option that you might see is to leave, to get better, to get healthy. And the internet dicking on him over this is just exactly why I can't fucking stand the internet. Sometimes I do like the internet though, because the next tweet that I saw came from J.S. Williams, 1962, who, I don't know if you guys saw, Betty White was trending today because she's turning 100 next month or next year. And so they tweeted and said, Betty White will be too old to play with Legos next month. And that's some serious bullshit. And it's just a picture of the Lego box that says $4.99. Because that's what Lego boxes say. And I was like, okay, internet, you're back in my good graces. You're fucking back. I'm back into you, internet. Let me know what you guys think. After this, we're going to talk about Bachelor. And then, of course, we're getting to Hawkeye episode 5, the best episode of the series so far. Let me pop into Streamlabs and see what my peeps are saying today. Rockstars, what do you got for me on this Wednesday, December 15th? Don't forget, World Girl Wednesday tonight. Pew, 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 pew. Can I do air horns? No, not very good at it. All right. What's going on with the people? Glenn Caesar said, yesterday he gave his spiel, which I wasn't on the show yesterday because I had done it the night before talking about Spidey. And he had said, "Good Tuesday," wished me well. Then he thanked everyone who's battling, and thanks for choosing to do so and showing up. And then winner chicken dinner. So thank you, Roxy and Rockstar Girlfriends, for everything. You're fucking awesome. You the fucking best. You the fucking best. You the fucking best. The best we could ask for. I like that. Stay being fire always. Will do. Said he hopes that we continue breathing in golden sparkles. Ooh, that sounded like a lot of boogers. I just showered and blowed my nose too. Blew my nose. I've tested every single day this week just to make sure after Vegas that I'm doing okay. So far, so fucking good. Inhale and exhale. To break apart, remove all types of energetic blockages so you attain balance. Be brave, be you, be awesome because you are. And then he reminds us being unselfishly loving, supportive of others, including strangers, whether it's on the internet or not, as well being kind, caring, full, unique, makes you humane, worthy, and a cozy fire to be near, uplifting, a priceless treasure, and an inspiration. Oh, look, and then today he said, "Hello and happy World Girl Wednesday." Glenn never misses. By the way, there's Streamlabs on Tuesday at 9:50 a.m. PT. Anyhow, World Girls give gingerbread houses a whirl. Sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah. I haven't done gingerbread cookies in a bit, but I'm so looking forward to watching. I want a gingerbread cookie. I hear we don't eat the houses. Track stars with that big fucking support. Yes, track stars in his house. 'Tis the season. Wanted to help out a bit during this busy time. My favorite was also Real Rejects reaction to Hawkeye. So cool. Yeah, the Real Rejects are the fucking shit. I watch every one of their videos like a little fangirl psycho. Maybe spoiler, can we get an entire show on Yelena? That's not spoiler because it's a week old and Yelena messaged out herself. So why she's showing up as a side character, I guarantee it will be a hit. Yeah, I think that she's got big movie plans coming up. I can't picture a world in which she doesn't have big ass movie plans coming up. So I'm with you, track stars, but I think that for sure we're going to be seeing a lot more of her, and we're gearing up for a young Avengers, and she's young and already questioning the Avengers. I'll talk about that later, but yeah, I think that we all good in the hood, and this is the hood. Holly Hood. That's not what it says. Does it bother anybody else that it says Hallwood because the Y's gone? Because every single time I look at it and it says Hallwood, I have issues. I have my OCD kicks in. I'm like, what the fuck's Hallwood? I think I'm gonna do a whole brick thing once I figure out how to do that. I'm not very good at this stuff, so none of that's relevant right now. Let's talk a little Bachelorette before we get into Hawkeye because we got to talk about this. Doesn't matter if you don't watch. I don't fucking care. You don't need to know any of this other than this is what fucking happens on the show. There are 3 guys at the end. Michelle is down to 3 guys, and 2 of them seem ready for commitment. 2 of them seem fucking amazing. 2 of them told her that they love her. 2 of them are just saints on earth. And who's she going to pick? She's going to pick the guy who's not ready. His parents are telling Michelle that he's not ready. When she asks, "Are you ready for an engagement?" he says, "Yeah, yeah. You know, I when I close my eyes, I picture my life with you. So, yeah, I guess." Come on, Nate. The fuck? This man is sexy. You can't lie. He's hot. He's cool. I'm into Nate too. But what's going on with Joe and Brandon? These other guys are so sweet and they're sexy too. Can one of these Bachelorette, and I love Michelle, but can one of them pick the good guy? Can one of them pick the loyal, sweet, good-hearted, gonna stay, gonna pull through guy? Fucking annoying. Does anybody else think that she was gonna send Brandon home and keep Joe before he pulled her aside? Bueller, anybody? Just come on, Michelle. I love her. You're supposed to do whatever you want to do in love, but come on. Come on. All right, that's it. That's all I'll talk about for Bachelorette. And if you watch, you know how I'm fucking feeling, Leonard Kim. I'm talking to you. And if you don't watch, you're really missing out because this is must-see TV that matters in 0 ways to our lives. 0 ways. Ethan Dayton in the chat right now says, don't watch the show, but come on, Michelle. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Ethan Dayton. Come on, Michelle. Come on, Michelle. All right, let's go back into the Streamlabs, and then we will get into Hawkeye. First, I'll do non-spoilers, then I'll do spoilers. Don't worry, if you haven't watched it yet, I will give you fair warning. In the Streamlabs, Glenn Caesar says, hopefully you're doing and feeling good today and every day and working on something that feels good, Roxy. To be sure, Roxy's the best, Roxy's number one, Roxy's the best, Roxy's number one, Roxy's the best, Roxy's number one. Yeah, stay awesome. I will, Glenn. I will stay awesome. I'm still working on booking this trip with my sister. Sister vacation. Yeah, sister vacation. I'm getting text message from Steph Sabra. Doo-da. Getting text from Steph Sabra. Oh, doo-da day. Just went right into the song. Okay, let's do some non-spoilers of Hawkeye. Non-spoilers. This is the best episode yet. Yes, it was still cute, but there was a lot of the talkies, and I love the talkies. While there were some action sequences, most of it was the talkies. There's one scene in this that is 10 minutes long, and it might be my favorite scene in any of the Disney Marvel shows yet. And I count it as a full 10-minute fucking scene, which in a 40-minute episode to have a 10-minute scene, that's a big chunk of change right there. All right, not change. That's a big chunk of clock right there. And they really, really put a lot of information in there, but don't make it X pause. And there's a great connection. So I loved this episode. And I'm also loving to know more about all of these characters' lives, what the past 5 years have looked like, what Blip City looked like. Blip City, bitch. Blip City, bitch. And I'm theorizing, I'm fangirling, and I like this place that I'm in right now where this is cool and I'm super duper into the show. I think they set themselves up really well for the finale because I think by the end of this episode, we are ready to go. Tell me where to go. So those are my spoiler-free thoughts. I have to get into my spoiler thoughts. So if you have not watched it yet and you plan on watching it, GTFO. You want to know what that stands for? Get the fuck out. You know who knows that? Grammy knows what GTFO stands for. So if you don't know what GTFO stands for, you're not as hip as a 94-year-old woman. I asked her the other day. She said, I think I know. By the way, lunch yesterday with Grammy was adorable. She's great. She's doing great. All right. Bye, friends who have not seen this. Okay, bye, Brittany Parker and the rest of y'all, because we are talking about spoilers on Hawkeye Season 1, Episode 5 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. This episode was awesome. This is what I feel like other people felt about Episode 3 when they were like, whoa, this was the best episode ever. And I was like, it was good. It was good. They're all good. This is how I felt about this episode. This was the best episode yet. That 10-minute scene between Kate and Yelena was like ping pong. Boom, boom, boom. How is Florence Pugh this good? How is she this good? It's wild when you see somebody like Haley Steinfeld, who is an excellent actress. I mean, she is phenomenal. But one of the coolest things about her is she let Florence Pugh have this scene. She didn't try to take over. She didn't try to outperform her. She just Haley Steinfeld still. And it's so hard to do that when you're sitting across from somebody who is Florence Pugh. Florence Pugh brought the heat. Her accent is so fucking strong, which just like, I know that's not the point, but it's so good. Her humor, where she looks when she smiles, how she integrated her laugh in this, she's just phenomenal. She's acting circles around everybody, and that's on a show in which everybody's a talented performer. Really excited to see what goes down with her next episode, but I'm also excited that she's questioning the Avengers. She says this one line where she says, just because they're Avenger, everything they're doing is good. Anything they do makes them a hero. And that's an important thing for us to question in life, always with our heroes. It kind of feels like the Avengers in this universe are the biggest celebrities there are. And it's like in our universe where just because you're a celebrity doesn't mean everything you're doing is good. And some of the shit that the Avengers have done have not been good, including Clint himself, which he admits. So really, really excellent scene. We also learn, we know that about Natasha, but Kate learns about Natasha, and I like that she tried to keep it cool, and then she gets called out for it. Really strong writing in this scene, in this episode too, and in the show so far. I think their dialogue is fantastic, and I liked knowing more about Yelena's past with the blip and what happened. It was cool to watch from a blip person's perspective. I really like a blip person's perspective. We've seen everyone's perspective when the blip happens, but what happens to a blip person and they come back and it's like, where the fuck am I? What the fuck happened? You think it's been like 2 seconds and everything kind of looks different and you come out and you'd be like, So I enjoyed that. It was also kind of sweet, kind of sad, everything that went down with Anna. Obviously she had to adopt because we know all of the Black Widow were sterilized, which is one of the darkest things and saddest things that Marvel has ever depicted on screen to us. And hearing that, seeing her live this beautiful life now was really lovely. However, I felt for Yelena in this moment because I imagine how I feel, and I know this is so OD and taking it so next level, but I imagine how I feel right now where I'm 30 and all my friends are married and all of them have babies. And I'm like, oh, I feel so fucking behind. But it's not like I didn't live the last 5 years of my life. I did live the last 5 years of my life. Just shit didn't work out the way that I thought it would. Imagine being Yelena, being with your friend, trying to come rescue her. That bit on the floor on the carpet was fucking hysterical too. That they think she's been like whatever. That was hysterical. But imagine being her, being kind of in a similar place as somebody like we're the Black Widow, we kill for money, all that. And then you blip and you come back and this bitch is married with kids and settled down. It'd be like, we are at a different fucking phase of our lives. We're at a different phase of our lives. What? And then also, question, I don't know if they've ever addressed this. When you blip, are you 5 years older? You're not, right? Because we learned that in Spidey. You're not 5 years older. So then are you going to outlive people by 5? How's that work? I have blip questions. Also, I know some people don't like the blip. If you come back and you're the same age and you had a boyfriend, like say you were 18 when you blipped, or say you're 17 when you blipped, you have a boyfriend, love of your life, and then you come back and you're 17 and he's 24. What do you do? Nope, that math was wrong. You're 17, he's 22. What do you do? That shit's illegal. Unless you're in Massachusetts. It's a fucking really weird fact about my state. Anyway, just a lot of blip questions. Loved watching this. Other stuff that I thought was really cool in this episode. I like watching all the stuff go down with Eleanor and Jack. Eleanor, a sneaky ass bitch. We all know at this point, Eleanor, a sneaky ass hoe. When Kate confronts her, you can just tell. You can tell. This bitch sneaky. She's obviously in charge. Steph Sabra was right. Episode fucking 1. And I missed that one. Calls the cops on Jack. One of my favorite lines that's ever been. I've never worked a day in my life. Incredible. Incredible. People who don't work and admit they don't work, salt of the earth. Thank you. Thank you for being honest about your richness and your lack of ability to work. Thank you very much. It's obviously not him. This is some kind of red herring. It's clearly Eleanor. We knew this already. If it wasn't for even the last image of the episode, you already can tell what's going on here. But this is interesting to watch. Also, really liking learning more about Linda Cardellini. I've heard from Heavy Spoilers and a couple of other different shows, people are theorizing whether or not she's this girl Barbara from the comics, who is a special agent, agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., or maybe she's a Skrull, which I wrote down in my notes as skull. Maybe she's a Skrull. Maybe she's a Skrull. What would that mean? So I do like, though, that she's not just nobody. She's not just like a housewife chilling at home. And so for sure invested in what's going on with his wife, Laura. Also, really into Echo, excited for Echo's show. Echo picking up on things. It's like that moment when you don't want to know the truth, but you can't help but deny it. And as Clint probably should have killed her, to be honest, but that's not him anymore. Probably should have. But as he is there and explaining it to her, she's pissed, but you can see the doubt, and she starts to be skeptical of Kazi, which we hadn't seen yet. And when Clint says your boss wanted your father dead, and we're putting the pieces together of Maya's dad having been in crippling debt and debt that was over his head, and you think, okay, so Kingpin obviously wanted, at this point, we're pretty clear that's who it is, and he obviously wanted her dad dead and then to take her on, and that would be very alarming if you learn that information about yourself. So really excellent job with this. And if it wasn't enough to have those little Easter eggs of Kingpin, then we get that fucking straight up image of Kate's mom and Echo's like surrogate dad of Kingpin and Eleanor. And now we know. Guess who's back? Back again. Kingpin back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? All right, what are you guys thinking? I have more thoughts, but I want to get to some of you guys. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. In the super chat, Dark Jedi Knight says, I knew that was Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin was Uncle because the small laugh he gave when he meets Echo is the same as in Daredevil. Yeah, a lot of people were talking about the laugh. A lot of people were talking about his hand. There were a lot of hints to it, a lot of nods to it. And I think they did a great job revealing when they finally did. Next episode is going to be mind-blowing. And then the Echo show, I think it's going to be really good also. How are you guys feeling? Streamlabs in. Let's go to Leonard Kim in the chat. Okay, Leonard, what you got? Hey, Dimpletits, Roxy, how are you and how's everything going? Superb summarization of The Bachelorette, rolling on the floor laughing. I agree with all your sentiments, and that's frustrating to watch for sure. The hair looks great. It's soaking wet, but thank you. The sweater is cute. Yelena stole the show to kick off the episode, and it was fantastic. Florence Pugh is incredible, and Yelena is quickly becoming one of my favorites. Me too. I never watched any of the Netflix shows, so the Kingpin reveal actually didn't mean much to me. I wonder how many people didn't watch the Netflix shows. At this point, I can't lie. The Netflix shows, I love the Disney shows, but the Netflix shows are better. The Jessica Jones and Daredevil, so phenomenal. Luke Cage, excellent. Punisher, incredible. So I'm curious how this is going to combine, although I do like these shows a lot. Glenn Caesar says, I hope you all get to smile and laugh out loud like a child. Ha! At least once a day, today and every single day for the rest of your lives. So you glow in your flow. Be you, always, and in always. There's no one better at being you than you. Hashtag be an anomaly. Hope you remember to say to yourself, I'm kind, I'm caring, I'm fully unique, I'm worthy, my story is important, deserves to be seen and heard. May you fill your never-ending goblet of happiness and joy and get to drink from it whenever, wherever you can. May you continue breathing in less boogers, golden sparkles, bring in love and blow out stress and yucky energy with every inhale and exhale to break apart and remove all types of energetic blockages. Be brave, be awesome, because you are a sparkling diamond. I hope you live in serenity and get to see and feel or perceive the yellow and green colored energies and sparkles of happiness and joy manifesting in your day-to-day life. Today, tomorrow, the next day, and beyond, so you glow and radiate for all to see. Thanks, Glenn. Any other thoughts on this episode of Hawkeye? Streamlabs in, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. Super chat in. Would love to hear from y'all. Let me know. Let me know what you're thinking. What was your favorite part of the episode? What storylines are you most invested in right now? Is it what's going on with Yelena going after Clint, which is really fucking sad because of the information she's been given? We kind of understand. Is it her dynamic with Kate? Is it what's going on with Linda Cardellini's character and what's up with the watch? What's up with Watchgate? Is it Echo and Kingpin and Kazi? What thing are you most invested in right now? Is it Eleanor and the Tracksuit Mafia and Jack? Because I honestly, there's not really a weakest link in the A storylines and B storylines. I'm kind of invested in all of them, and it takes a lot for a show to do that, which I really like to see. So let me know what you guys are thinking. Go back into the Streamlabs before we get out of here. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. Glenn Caesar says, Roxy, people think Linda Cardellini is Bobby, aka Mockingbird. Yeah, I thought it was Barbara Mockingbird. Is Bobby? Yeah, I was talking about the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. thing. Why did I think it was Barbara? It's Bobby. I'm not sure about her being Mockingbird, but probably Agent 2 in some form, though. Either way, she knows and has seen some shit. When I was listening to Heavy Spoilers, I said that a long time ago when she was met by, maybe it was Cap. He said something about her being an agent or like, oh, she's probably an agent, made it a joke, but maybe that was real. Kind of interesting to break down. I love all these people who put tons of Easter eggs in. Real Rejects do it. Heavy Spoilers does it. What's the other one that I checked out today that does a great job with it. When I think of it, I'll let you guys know. But it's like the shit that goes right the fuck over my head. I watch as a fan, but I don't. I watch as a fan who's obsessed with watching, not as a fan who knows all the shit, because I just don't. I just don't. And so I love watching the Easter egg stuff that I never would have picked up on. And that kind of stuff is cool to know about. I thought it was Barbara, but I guess Bobby. Yeah, new rock stars, totally. I want to give credit where credit is due. What was the name of that one show that I was just watching? I'll be able to find it for you guys in 1 second. Hawkeye episode. Hi, babe. Steph just showed up. Episode 5. It is Emergency Awesome. Yeah, I watch Emergency Awesome too. Emergency Awesome does a great job as well. So shout out to they did a Marvel Hawkeye episode 5 top 10 breakdown, Daredevil, Easter eggs, and things you missed. That was really cool too. Wow, look at Hawkeye one time episode 5 reaction for Real Rejects with 109,000 views. Fucking get it, guys. It's my slow clap for them. That's huge. All right, we're getting out of here, friends. Any last minute Streamlabs, get them in now. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Send in your last minute questions, comments, concerns. Would love to hear from you guys. Oh, Bobby is short for Barbara, says Spencer Harris. Who knew? I didn't know that was a nickname. Bobby. If you're from Boston, like I am, Bobby and Barbara sound the same. It sounds like Barbie and Bobby. Bobby. I had an Aunt Barbie. Bobby. Okay. That wasn't relevant to any of this. So much love to all of you guys, my friends. Stay safe, stay sane. Don't forget World Girl Wednesday tonight. We are building gingerbread houses, and that's exciting for this little Jew girl. This is why I'm in my Santa shirt. I can't wait to do that with you guys. Thank you so much for being here and being live with me. And I'll see you guys tonight for World Girls, 6 p.m. and tomorrow live at the Roxy. Stay safe, stay sane, put down the toilet seat and the lid. We don't want those buffoons. Don't trump with the Holocaust. Brett Miles Jonathan, arrest the cops like Breonna Taylor. And did I tell you to make your bed? If I didn't, go do that. Much love. See you later.